Beloved hearts of love's eternal presence, I, the goddess of faith, greet you today from the great ascended master realms that exist above the third dimension of your world. I come today to inform you that my service to those in your world is to fan the light within the feeling world of each of you and your multi-body system. Wherever yourselves have become purified enough by your attention upon your divine presence and your use of the sacred fire. For those of you who enter into Master Germain's violet purifying flames or Archangel Michael's cosmic blue flames to purify your minds, bodies, and feeling side of life enough, then, precious hearts, it becomes my duty and privilege to receive your call to me, to come to you and expand and fan a greater light within each of you. Beloved, my service to life is to draw the cosmic light substance from the Ascended Master's octave, from the heart of the physical sun, and the heart of the great central sun, into first inner bodies of humankind, into the mind, the lower mental body, into the emotional body, and into the etheric body, that we may concentrate and build a substance of that light, ultimately into the substance of your physical bodies. As you call upon me, the goddess of faith, and my legions of angels, we can build this light up in each of you. And this produces a certain amount of eternal, raising, pure substance of light. And this acts just like a magnet, raising the substance of, first, your inner bodies into that vibratory action of eternally pure substance from the Ascended Master's octave. And this becomes a continual raising process. This is the raising up and out of all limitation, the raising into higher states of consciousness. This is an important activity of resurrection. Now, beloved hearts, with all the turmoil that is in the world, the time has come that humankind better learn sooner rather than later to love the light, and not just want to use it or use it for the physical convenience of the outer self without giving the inner recognition of the great source of light, the mighty I Am God presence, and the ascended and angelic host, for the marvelous gifts which that light is to life, and brings from the life in the great central sun to your world. Now, beloved hearts, as the great Master Germain has stated clearly, faith is the feeling of light. It is my purpose to help each of you to more feel the light, so that you can observe. The more you are filled with light, the greater does your faith grow and increase until you do have that remarkable faith. Faith in yourselves, beloved. Faith that your own greater life, faith that the source of your beingness, faith in all of us and the angels, can draw greater assistance and even opportunities to you. Supposing all light within the mind were removed. Now, light comes into your emotional bodies through the nerves. And it is a liquid light that flows through the nerve canals like blood flows through the veins of the body into the physical body. What happens when the light is not allowed to flow through the brain structure? Well, the mind's thinking capacity diminishes, and eventually you have so-called death. Life leaves the physical body. Now, with all the discord in the world and the atmosphere, your people must come to understand what light does in the body and what light gives for the blessing of the body. What gives to the mind, what light gives to the mind, what light draws into manifestation by the activity of the mind. Therefore, when I ask you to realize that faith is the feeling of light, would you take a moment to deeply try to understand what that means? For when you have light enough within the body, or you become determined to grow and expand the light within your body, it is here that you observe that imperfections in the physical body begin to disappear. And when you have light enough, and you daily call to me, Goddess of Faith, to produce the presence of cosmic light substance within yourselves and within the atmosphere about you, until that light holds command and produces beauty and wondrous manifestations, and ultimately glorifies the universe too. This is what I am here for you to call upon me. Now, beloved hearts, many of the ascended masters who have come from your world, while they were yet unascended and on a pathway of light, a spiritual path, as you are, they soon discovered, they soon realized that the light from within the heart flame could be expanded by enough love, with enough attention, love with such intensity, love to that heart flame and its light, that those unascended masters in times past trained themselves to draw and expand the light from their very own heart flame, causing the love of the heart to produce light, which expanded and grew within their own physical bodies, making their bodies magnificent temples of light. And thus, they gained their own freedom in the ascension. Beloveds, there are wonderful stories of the great Master Lanto, Lord Lanto, who oversees the Ascended Master Retreat in the Grand Teton of America. He once said to himself, long before his ascension, he said to himself, if I ever get that light from my own heart flame through my body, I will never allow it again to be shut off. Did you hear that? That's your Master Lanto, overseer of the Ascended Master Retreat in the Tetons. And long before his ascension, he said to himself, if I ever get that light from my heart flame through my body, I will never allow it to be shut off again. And then he went to work every day, focusing his love, his attention upon the great flame of love within his heart, calling and calling and calling upon that flame to expand, to fill his mind, the cells of his body, his feelings out of life with light. And did you know, beloved precious hearts, to this day, the mighty Lanto ascended and free, no matter where he moves or travels to in this universe, through his physical garments, all can see there is a blazing golden sun's presence of light. It just fills his chest cavity. It maintains such a pressure of light upon his body, releasing such a radiance of light to all he makes contact with. Do you realize this is a potential for each of you, if you so choose? Life is full of choices. And this is one of those wonderful choices that if you choose, you will never regret. This is what faith is to life, beloved. The endless feeling of light. Light which loves life free. And now, this is my privilege to pour forth to each of you, at your call to me, the Ascended Master's feeling of that light in all its beauty, perfection, and power in you and around you, and to hold control of manifestation and forces around you. When you no longer wish to be touched by all the discord in this world, rather you choose to be a sun's presence of light to the world. Now, humankind does not understand these things, and therefore does not use them. Too many people take for granted the blessings of the universe that are placed in action for the use and blessing of mankind. And mankind has forgotten to be grateful to that which blesses them, blesses the individual. You yet have no complete idea of the light that we draw forth from the heart of creation, the heart of the physical sun, the light that we draw forth from our own physical hearts. Yet once you come to feel that light, you will love that light. And then your faith will just grow and grow. Now, precious hearts, I say again, faith is the feeling of light. And I am asking you to feel deeply on what that means. You do feel light, precious hearts. The radiation of light from the electric lights in your home, or from the sunlight when you are outdoors. You feel light. And that feeling of light, beloved hearts, is an activity within life of a sense of security. For when you are not in the light, sometimes fear strikes. People often do not fear things when they are in the light, that they sometimes do in the dark. The radiation of light, which humankind must have in the emotional body, is what is required now. If you are going to have mastery within yourself and control of your own life's energy inside of your consciousness and your body inside of you. Now, out in the world, oftentimes people try to control conditions outside of themselves and are too often concerned with ruling things around them than they are of ruling themselves, governing themselves. If you really desire to hold control of your own life causes within you, then command yourselves, tell yourselves to feel the light. Call upon I, the goddess of faith, and my angels to fill your mind, your feelings, your body, and the atmosphere around you with my own heart's flame, love of light, to fill you with cosmic light substance from the Ascended Master's octave. And once I get to come to you often to fill you with more light, then I will come and expand and fan that light within and around you. Like Master Lanto, call upon the flame within your own heart to produce its own radiation of light, enough to keep your bodies filled with light, your minds filled with light, your feeling side filled with light, until you gain such a momentum of this that each of you have growing a golden sun's presence of light filling the chest cavity. And that sun's presence of light that fills the chest cavity then sustains the cosmic light all throughout your physical garment and your inner bodies too. Come, precious hearts, to love the light. As you draw forth more light from your own heart flame, from the heart of your own I am God presence, more light from the heart of the physical sun, from the Ascended Master's octave. My dear, you have many sources to turn to. And as that light upon your call grows in your emotional bodies, then you will come to feel that light. And in the moments that you feel that light, you will come to know that your own divine nature, your own God presence, is in command of your life. You will know this, beloveds, with a renewed certainty. Precious hearts, let me make this as plain as I can with you. With all the turmoil in the outer world, if you do not take the time to grow your own inner light, and if you do not feel this light within you, then you will come to feel the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, the confusion, the distress, and the turmoil that is presently in the outer world about you. Please remember, beloved hearts, that I come to you today to let you know of my service to your world that now must be stepped up by those who accept my presence and will call to me for divine intervention of greater light into their lives. Again, my service is to fan that light within the feeling world of the individual who has taken some time each day to purify themselves in the sacred fire. The more you all can feel the light, you will come to realize that the light is such a miracle source of faith. As you feel the light, your experience of feeling greater faith will increase, and your faith in yourself and all that you do, your faith in your spiritual path, faith in your ability to restore your eternal connection with the source of your life, your beingness and soul, will become a remarkable faith. And your journey while in your world will be one of greater love, meaningful purpose, and victory. Now, those of us who live in the greater realms of light, love, and perfection, we ultimately seek to assist as many of humankind as possible. And you, precious hearts, each of you, once understanding and loving the light as we do, then you can awaken love and gratitude for that light and the rest of humankind. And that needs to be done now, as quickly as possible, to avoid further suffering out in the world. You, precious hearts, realize how much mankind requires more light, more knowledge of the light. Precious hearts, I almost beg of you to teach the good people of earth to love the light, and I mean the physical light too, as you call it in your world, but it's not really physical. All natural light is the radiation of the sacred fire from the great central sun of our universe. Those of us who are ascended and free, we know how to draw that light and how to project it into your lives and worlds. Humankind does not know how to do this. So we come once again, and we will keep coming to stand in for you, to draw the greater light into yourselves, your world, and ultimately the world itself. But first, I wish to help you to feel the light more within yourselves. And once we can arouse that feeling of love for the light within humankind, my goodness, individuals will be able to heal themselves and their worlds of all limitation, such is the nature of the light. So, precious hearts, time to practice. Try to hold a picture of light within your body. Hold thoughts of light within the body. Hold the miracle words of light within your mind. And tell yourself, command yourself, command your feelings to feel the light of God's love. And I invite you to remember there is a point of light within every cell of your bodies. Command the light of your own heart flames to expand the point of light within your cells. Liberate the cells of your body of all impurities and discord or disease. Love to work with the light, beloveds. Call upon your higher Christ self to release waves of light and love vibrations down into your consciousness and to release those waves of light substance into your minds, bodies, feelings. There is so much, precious, that you can do. For my time with you is if you call upon me to come to you and pour cosmic light into you, and then fan that light, for this is how we expand it. Fan that light into your feeling side of life as quickly as possible. For I know if I can help you to feel the greater light, to feel the light that I will fan in your feeling side of life, I know this will be a new beginning of even greater freedom in your life and world. And that is a good thing, considering all things discordant in the world today. Daily, commune with your own heart flame, inwardly, or find your voice. I call upon the love flame within my heart to expand and to release the light of its love. Fill my mind with the light of your love. O great love flame within my heart, expand and fill my feeling side of life with the light of your love. O mighty love flame within my heart, expand and fill all the substance of my physical body with the light of your love. I thank you. That is something you can do every day, many times a day. Just still yourself for a minute and offer up such gratitude to life. That life has placed a miracle flame that abides within your heart the mass of people do not even know exists. I leave you with a final thought, and that is to ponder and realize that I and my ascended friends can make our light around you so bright. We can work on this daily. We can make our Ascended Master light around you so bright that you can easily become invisible to certain forces and things that are in the world. Now you just think about that for a moment. You think about everything that is going on in your world, including the storms. I am sure that if you had the opportunity to at times be momentarily invisible to certain forces, that you would leap at the opportunity. So I say unto you again, if you work with us Ascended Masters whose focus is upon the light, Queen of Light, Goddess of Light, Lord Melchizedek, and others, if you would just ponder and realize that I and my ascended friends, if you call upon us, can make our light around you so bright that you can easily and temporarily become invisible to certain forces and things that are in the world. Think about that. Let's get to work. Call upon me, Goddess of Faith. Let's do this together. And like others who come to you ascended and free, I am not in the business of disappointing people. I enfold you in the light of my love. I enfold you in the feeling of remarkable faith. Our dear friends, namaste, namaste, namaste.